Hey, thanks for clicking in. I watched a lot of CitizenCon over the weekend, and I wanted to share some of the Genesis system with Jason.
Astro-Nots, a space-bound team, navigating galaxies from our PC screens, exploring new worlds and cosmic sights. Join our crew and enjoy the flight.
You must have been busy, man, because I know you love this game.
I don't love it. I think that it's going to be a good game. It's a little bit off from what we want. We're looking for a Star Trek experience, and this is more like the Expanse experience. So, but it's still a good space experience, and I think it's going to become one of the best ones out there if they're successful in their.
So if I could correct myself, you love the potential for the
That's
experience.
That's exactly
yes.
Right.
Okay.
And right now, I call Star Citizen. I call Star Citizen the early access simulator.
Maybe you're not wrong. I've tried it so many times. But show me what you got here, man. Let's get into it. What do we got? What are we looking at?
So they announced the Genesis system, which I think pays homage to Star Trek or the Bible, whichever, or both. In any case, they talked about how they create their planets and how they're going to create all these planets in the future. Because all the ones that exist today, I think, were handcrafted, and it's that does not scale very well when you want to add a bunch of new content to your game. And so they talked about these new systems where they use like height maps and soil maps and all these things that make what makes a planet, and then it generates itself. And so then including multiple biomes on the same planet, because I think in No Man's Sky has this problem where when you go to a planet, it's all one biome. It's like that.
If it's Hoth, it's Hoth.
Right.
Thing,
And we're talking about here where you might have beaches and plains and swamps and jungles, and they could all be on the same planet.
Oh, okay.
So they did introduce us to, because right now there's not very many biomes in Stanton. I mean, there's a lot, don't get me wrong, but most of them are barren wastelands, and the ones that aren't are your typical planets. That they showed us what some of these new biomes are going to look like, and so that's what I want to share with you today. And there's so much to talk about with Star Citizen. And part of Genesis goes into the new crafting system, because resources are going to exist in those same soil maps. Like if you want to farm, there's going to be better quality soil out there. And so part of exploration is finding planets with great soil quality that's the best place to build a farm. And different plants are going to require different soil types or grow in different conditions. And so you have to find those conditions and if you want to be the best. So what we're going to watch now is we're going to watch some of the new biomes that was created from the Genesis system.
Let's take a look.
So
I feel like I'm watching National Geographic.
Yeah, I know, right? There's also some Easter eggs in here. It's kind of fun.
This is on swamps right now. For those of you that are just listening, they're showing swamps. Well, it looks very rainforesty. They got a lot of hanging Spanish moss. See it a lot in Savannah, Georgia.
What's crazy is this is created from not that many assets. And
so it's like the variety of the placement, I guess. Well, that's beautiful. Oh, so a ship just flew by and kicked up a lot of mist from the water. Kind of felt that.
It's just breathtaking. The scenes they can create are just so good. Look at that.
Yeah. Yep, we know what they're going for.
Yeah, that's their version of the X-Wing.
Yeah, the X-Wing on Dagobah stuck in the bog. That's why everybody's laughing.
So
that was creative.
So that was the swamp. And here he shows, and I'm just going to fast forward a little bit, or try to. It doesn't let me do it when I'm in big screen mode.
Thanks. That did look really good. So, for swarms, we obviously made vegetation that feels at home in or near water. But before we let's have a brief look at what it's like.
All right,
being
I wanted to show
inside
you
the
this
swamp.
too because this was interesting. So them wading
As
through
you
the
walk
swamp.
or swim through the water,
Oh.
like logs
Oh,
or
look at
debris
this.
floating on the surface. They will react to the player character and can be pushed out of the way.
Now I'm pretty sure that was an accident. It just happened, and they were happy with that.
Yeah.
But
We were also
it's
pleasantly
incredible.
surprised when we first saw how the water
The water looks good, and like the plants are moving, and
making for some really immersive moments.
this is really nice. I mean, like, this is so daunting too. Like, this is very, for a game with a very small scope.
Now,
Right.
we'll get to our second
No, obviously.
Obviously, all the things you're seeing here today, we're still actively
right.
working on. But this
He's-
one in
he goes
particular
right
is
into
early
another one.
process. So let's have a look
This
at
is the next
extreme
biome,
options
huh?
next.
Yep.
With the data saying we should have high rainfall and sunlight year round, it's the perfect condition for our next biome to appear.
Here we go. Oh, dude, jungle. This is beautiful. I love jungles.
Where are you gonna land? Hey,
Yeah.
you got to be able to like cut some trees down or something, right? Yeah, he's going
Yeah,
down,
well,
but
they're
or
landing.
there might be clearings. There's got to be clearings
Yeah.
and such.
I'll fly it in there, but dude, that's beautiful. Like,
Isn't
look
it
at the
gorgeous?
light.
Yeah.
You got the sun rays.
So-
The shadows on the leaves, they're flexing.
Well, what they talked about building the jungles is you know how normally you have little small biomes that are spread out on the horizontally. They have vertical layers to this.
Oh, wow. Man, just look at all this vegetation. This is impressive.
Right, and this is an entire planet that you can take off from, fly to a whole nother world with no loading screens. Right, this is Star Engine.
We are in another era, man. He's just walking around. Like, this almost makes me feel like I should just go outside.
No, this should make you feel like you need to get in my ship and we need to go fly around.
Like, there's something about, like, when you play a game, you're playing a game. But when I'm looking at these environments, like, I swear, this is National Geographic for Star
Right?
Citizen.
I think that's what they're going for too. It's like they want you to
Yeah.
feel like you're in a real place.
Like, I'm going to hear David Attenborough in just a second narrate some of these. Man, that would've done it.
Yeah, so he's going to show you what the jungle's made up from, and these are the assets that make it up. Let's see if I can get there faster. Right here. That's it. I mean, there's a couple more.
Spin them around, and they're bigger and smaller, and
Well,
that looks
I
great.
can't really get there, but there's there's a couple of other ones. But yeah, it doesn't take much. So the next one, I think,
Serve as a nice foundation for all
I got to get there. I think it's right after
We
this.
need to make a pretty good base for jungle.
Oh, we said that's a foundation. It's a very good base for the jungle.
Now,
So
for setting
I'm
up,
sure there's
let's pretend
other
we
little
have
things
regular
sprinkled in
rainfall
there,
and
but
moderate temperatures. This climate will support a lot of different forests, but we also want to use the opportunity to explore extreme scale. And they're just really cool.
that is the biggest PowerPoint presentation I've
here we
ever
go.
seen. All right, here we go. I like the dark horizon. Morning or sunset? It's a morning. Redwoods. Hey, we got Northern California showing up, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, you're gonna love this.
Yeah, these are big trees. Wow. Oh, they got a broke trunk. Yep, there's the Easter egg. Yeah, we got the little hover speeder bikes.
Yeah,
It's amazing they don't hit anything.
where's the Ewoks?
I know, right? I love the Easter eggs.
Yeah, they did a good job with the humor in the presentations.
You got this full screen, man?
Oh.
Just trying to see a little bit more there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sorry.
It's okay. I love the sun rays,
I mean,
man.
on my screen it looks big anyway.
Yeah.
So those are the biomes, and I mean, like I said, there's just so much more to talk about with all of it. But that's Genesis in a nutshell, with the biomes coming to a universe near you pretty soon. It's just incredible. what they're
Now, I got a
able to
couple
do.
questions about this Genesis thing. And this is my naivety because I haven't been following Star Citizen as closely as you have. But this quote unquote Genesis system, is this like a system that you get to create?
No.
Or
It's what-
everybody experiences that?
It's what they use, but I'm sure they're probably also flexing. It's a tool for Star Engine. So if/when they ever license it out to other companies, hey, guess what, company? You can use the Genesis system, right? Like,
you mean the Genesis system is like the programming?
it
or
is
the
it is
generation of
the
it.
method that they use to generate
Okay.
planets at a massive scale.
See, when you say system, it could be like a solar system, but you meant like.
I mean,
the
there's
generation.
a lot of detail that they went into. I just didn't think you would care too much about it. I mean, the system goes so far as to calculate seed spread of plants.
Well, dude, that's actually okay. Hold on, you are wrong. I actually love this because I always thought it was problems with like when you play Valheim and other games that start with a quote unquote seed. It's like a code, and you get like a continents and water and all that stuff. Yeah, I always thought like some of this stuff doesn't look natural. Like I love I love our planet Earth, but like I understand how geography is made. I understand the tectonic plates. I understand how mountains are created. I understand volcanoes. You understand rainforests and like even like for instance palm trees. They drop coconuts and the coconuts are supposed to float away and then get seeded somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if anybody will ever take that love and care to be God and put it into a game.
So, like, even their rock placements are in areas where there should be rocks, and you won't have rocks where there shouldn't be rocks. Like, it's, if there are mountains, then there's naturally going to be rock. Like, it's just they went into detail, and then so too, like, how I don't know, this is not a really good image, but the tiling, how you can see the repetition on the ground.
Yeah.
Now, normally there'd be foliage all over this, so you really wouldn't notice it anyway, but they've even gone so far as to attempt to remove this tiling.
One more.
All right, let's see it.
So it's still kind of there, but it's better.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, it's going to be covered, but, like, you just don't want to feel like you're
Cached on the GPU. Like
looping,
Ali said, we can
I guess, when
put
you walk.
scattering there too, which is significantly faster. All those algorithms that we've used to
Some of the things we saw in that clip, let's talk about rocks.
rocks.
Yeah, so this is where they were talking about.
Driving and ground vehicles might have seen that our rocks sometimes feel a little bit randomly scattered and can be quite an obstacle sometimes. So in this
mean,
clip,
it's
we
gonna
saw that
be
the
amazing
rocks
to be
are
a
no longer
gamer
randomly
in,
scattered,
like,
and they're now
5 years from now.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, there's so much more I want to show you. So anyway,
keep
that
going.
was Genesis and
Ah.
the new biomes, and I'm really excited to share some of the other things with you.
All right, and hey, let me say something to the people that found this video. Thanks for watching. We are the Astro-Nots, and we are primarily just looking up space games and survival craft games. So if you like that, like and subscribe. And we're a big fan of, we're inventing the genre, vessel cooperative games. So if you could put a whole bunch of people on a vessel, like Sea of Thieves or Pulsar or Star Citizen, whatever the case may be, we love covering that stuff. And Jump Ship is one of the big ones coming out. So send us a like and subscribe, and we just want to grow.
Well, not only that, let us know what you think about
Yes.
some of this stuff. Well, we're going to talk about it anyway. So,
Yeah. Anyway,
well, we'd love to know what you think too.
see you in the
till
next video.
time.
Yep.
We're astronauts, a space-bound team, navigating galaxies from our PC screens, exploring new worlds and cosmic sights. Join our crew and enjoy the flight.